prepared. Check, 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 check. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just a sec. I'm getting stuff prepared. Prepared, not repaired. I have all the repairs I want so far. That is until Auto Battle fucks me up again. Let's see. So just set my form. Disable, disable, and just get the normal mercs in for today. Oh, shit. There we go. Boom. Alrighty. Just gonna run Revo again today. There is a talk about maybe doing a raid, which I suppose would be pretty cool to show a little bit of it. But for right now, it's just Revo for the moment. Do this regularly. It's an expensive guild dungeon that we run, but it has some decent return out of it. For a while, I've been just stacking up the boxes. I usually don't sell any of them, any of the guild boxes or any of the nation dungeon boxes. Usually just get thrown to an alt or something. I haven't had a lot of time recently to get some of that stuff into rotate it into the market. So mostly just getting them in positioned for selling. Just haven't put them in yet for most of them, most of the stuff. I think right now most of the boxes I'm holding on to are Valley of Oblivion boxes and the Revolution boxes. All the other ones I am selling or sending to an alt, which usually the alts have enough space to sell stuff. They're just talking about Coyote Valley. We're starting to do who the fuck is AC? I think she meant me. I think. AC. That's fine. Yeah, I think she meant me. I mean, I could be completely wrong and she meant somebody else that actually does have the name AC in there. I don't know. Initials or whatever. Who would be AC? I can't even think of who that would be. But yeah, they're just talking about Coyote Valley. We started doing it every Monday and Wednesday early on in the day, kind of as a just a random thing to be able to do for a lot of people that are on earlier in the day and then kind of figuring out what to do. It's about an hour of book grinding or grinding for the druid books. And if you get them into a jackpot, I mean that's like billions right there. If you jackpot that just right. Pretty nice jackpot to have for sure. And of course, the boxes are also 27, so 4 people, 27 boxes. Yeah, do the math. And then after all that, you also get 4 heavenly crystals, I think. 4 or 2, I can't remember. It's not really, I mean, it's just a couple heavenly crystals, but if you do the quest and you get it, it's a nice little bonus. But it's little stuff. It's more so for the book jackpot, which is a really rare drop on the jackpot. But once you get it, I mean, or if you get it, it would be a really nice investment. Uh, and then also, one of our guild members does a J Phantom on YouTube, which is also Ghost Cloud. He does a weekly raid run every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night, and I guess it takes about 6 people. Not entirely sure. I don't run it often. Maybe I've ran it twice, or not twice, once. Yeah, once or twice. Maybe twice. I don't know. Most of the raids I've ran one at the most 4 or 5 times, at the least once or twice. And then of course, the mineral raid I ran quite a bit before it got nerfed or got buffed. Yeah, before it got buffed. Okay, it's two heavenly crystals. So yeah, you don't get very many heavenly crystals from it, but it's a bonus part of the run. Might as well go ahead and try for the quest so you can get those heavenly crystals. It's another 30 mil, which is not much at all, but whatever. Every little bit counts, in my opinion. Especially if you run it like once every other day and you just stack up your heavenly crystals that you gather and then use them for quests and whatnot. I do it fairly often, and I stack up like in a week. I stack up maybe about 20 or so heavenly crystals from various stuff, spell tower and whatnot. I think spell tower drops like 5 or 6 heavenly crystals if you get lucky. Not very much again, but it's very rare that you find heavenly crystals from anything. So the places that you do get them from, it's nice to try to farm them, I guess. Yeah. And then of course they drop from IM and I think some of the new indies, some of the newer indies they drop from the boxes maybe. Speaking of indies, I need to start doing what is it? The Holy Ring indie, which is 2 keys. It's this one, Infatuation Jewel. I need to start doing me some of those. Grab two of my alts and just run it regularly. Yeah. Oh, as far as just random dungeons and whatnot, um, Revo we run very regularly, and the schedule's right there. So you run Revo 3 times a week. We run Valley of Oblivion 3 times a week. We run Gold Dragon Cave whenever we have enough 170s and 160s to go around. Whenever it doesn't become a tedious dungeon to get into. Because if it's just 2 or 3 people, then it'll take like an hour. But if it's about about 6 people, it'll take a 30 minutes maybe if you're going slow. What else? And yeah, we might run Coyote Valley and hold on, I gotta adjust my mic. Coyote Valley and Tatami, we might run a little bit more often. Well, Coyote Valley is twice a week, and Tatami might be once a week. I don't know. Haven't quite fleshed out the schedule yet. Right now we're on a very half and half schedule. We run for the U.S. We run the towards later in the morning or more towards the afternoon. I'm just trying to think of various things that we could start running as a guild. Mausoleum we run a little bit too. It's not every day that we run a Mausoleum or Gold Dragon Cave. It's really on the days that I feel like running them because they are a bit of a hassle to get towards the afternoon. I'm just trying to think of various things that we could start running as a guild. Mausoleum we run a little bit too. It's not every day that we run a Mausoleum or Gold Dragon Cave. It's really on the days that I feel like running them because they are a bit of a hassle to get to do. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour out of the day when we could be doing something else more productive like Infinity Challenge or something. A lot of Infinity Challenge lately, and that's what's been taking up most of the event time. So yeah. Mm, Trying to think of anything else that I might want to run. Yeah. So Indie, I need to start running a lot more. Just haven't really had time to run it. The Infatuation Jewel, Key, Holy Ring Indie, and then of course the Tomb Indie. I run that a few times a week, and other stuff. Grim I run usually almost every day. Um, Depending on what bonus day I run a lot of OTs. Usually I avoid the OTs, but there are some times where it's worth running them. Usually if it's a bonus day where you get twice the boxes is not exactly worth running them, but stuff like that. Yeah, Mortal Pawn. No, not a Mortal Pawn. Yeah, that's not the one I would want to run. It's this one, Sealed Sanctum. So whenever that is twice the boxes, it's somewhat worth running. And not that I really like running 15 that often, but every once in a while the guild members will be like, hey, I want to run this. And I'll just accept their offer, or accept their request, and run it with them. I don't strictly run everything for a profit, but I also don't like running stuff randomly, especially if it's leading me towards the negative side of profiting off of stuff. Hmm. What I do need to start getting around to doing is besides some of the indies that I've just neglected, um, trying to get the nation to run more nation stuff. We've been kind of not really falling, just less often that we run the nation dungeons. So trying to push the nation team to do stuff more often. And then other things on my list are certain games I wanna also start playing again or continue playing. So yeah, I'll eventually get into a lot of the games. For right now, it's the daily runs of this kind of stuff. When I have more time, I'll be able to do some other things. I don't know who thinks they'll be able to sell their Lapis bow for that much, but nobody's gonna buy it. I haven't really seen anybody buy Lapis anything in forever, so there's just too many things around that are better. Lapis is just fancy looking, that's all. I didn't know those tents had that much health. Huh. Okay. I figured they only had like 200k, which 550k is not really that much, but I figured they had a lot less. Like these guys, I think these guys have more health than the tents, but I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I can't tell, not with that type of hit. Or that hit. Both nearly did nothing. Guy doesn't even remember the dungeon's name. Well, that thing hit them for 160 or so. Yeah, they have less health than the tent. Probably just more defense. But that proc or whatever that spell did, or skill, yeah, the warlord skill, Thunderbolt Slash did about 160k per. Who's putting Twilight Spears in the? I can't start those. Not yet, at least. I'm still at Judgment. I've got a few more. One more level till I can do Twilight. Well then, Shakira, we'll just have to go around your stuff, sorry. I have one more level till I can start those, but not at the moment. probably could start the sphere sometime soon. I just would have to put a few levels into my sphere. Level it up. I need to level up a lot of shit actually. Like actually level it up. Move to the NPC and get it leveled up.